What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the New York Knicks eliminating the Detroit Pistons in the NBA first round playoff series. And this series was really exciting, right? We got a chance to see not only some young stars, we got a chance to see emerging stars and atmospheres from both Detroit and New York, which was worth the watch as well. But again, I feel like now listen, I did have the Detroit Pistons winning this particular series, but I feel like they didn't have that other thing, right? And by other thing, I mean that ultimate closer. And that's what Jalen Brunson is. We've seen that, especially in the pivotal closeout game. You know, even in the waning moments of games where you know who's going to take the shot, he still was able to make shots, take shots, get his shot off. But this series was really interesting in so many other aspects, right? Because when you look at a team like New York who's loaded, right? I think they are a very top heavy team as far as looking at Brunson, looking at Cat, looking at Bridges, OG Anunoby. You know, you look at that Josh Hart, his rebounding expertise, playmaking, and things like that. But for me, right, I said, okay, how will the Knicks ultimately counteract what the Pistons want to do? They want to play very physical. They want to play a certain brand of basketball. So I think when it came to certain games, especially early on in the series, right, where I felt like the Pistons were just getting their footing. They were getting their footing and trying to figure out how to counteract the Knicks' attack. Because had it not been for Brunson, a lot of those games, the Knicks would have fell. Because you had games where Karl Anthony Towns was non-existent. But then you had games where he was. You know, so I don't think that can happen in the next series. But I look at that Pistons and Knicks series as a testament to what the Knicks want to do this year. You know, be better than they were a year ago. Move on and try to do something that they haven't done in a while, and that's appear in the Eastern Conference Finals. For the Detroit Pistons in this series, I just think it was a case of youth, right? I don't think they had enough of the others, right? Malik Beasley was good, but Tim Hardaway Jr. was on and off. You know, you couldn't count on everybody. You know, you couldn't count on the other guys. Cade played pretty well, pretty respectable. And I think that's what was supposed to happen. But you look at everybody else as far as on the Pistons and what they weren't able to do. Cade would have had to play out of his mind every single night. But I think the New York Knicks were the better team in that series and had the better option offensively as far as Jalen Brunson, in my opinion. I think it's going to be tough sledding for the Knicks in the next round, but I'll get into that in a separate video. But when you look at this series going 6 games, ultimately, like I said, I did have the Knicks losing to the Pistons. So I was wrong in that note. I think when you look at top to bottom and you look at guys' averages in this series, you look at what Mikal Bridges did, you look at what OG did. Honestly, man, I think for Cat to fall out of a game and things like that, that's the thing I think is going to hurt them long term. It's, can Karl Anthony Towns stay out of foul trouble? That's going to be the telltale about what they want to do going forward. For me, I think, you know, this Knicks team is very talented. I think top to bottom, they have a lot of boxes that will be checked into going into the next series. So I'm interested to see, but ultimately they beat the Pistons 4-2, and we'll move on in the NBA playoffs into the second round. Excuse me. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Knicks fans, basketball fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.